Like, okay, here's where I am, Giants fans. Like, and I think a lot of you, and I would assume a lot of you, you can check in on the YouTube chat there. You can check in on the Twitch chat, or, of course, on the Golden State Lumber and Building Materials text line at 808-KMBR. I am not confident. Now, I don't know how many Giants fans in the past have been genuinely confident about free agents coming here. When I was younger, it was every offseason, that's all you want, right? Get this guy, get this guy, get this guy. Now, to Brian Sabian's credit, he was in on a lot of those guys from the time the ballpark opened and Barry Bonds was here. And again, when you have a player like that, like you have Steph Curry, you have to go in every opportunity that you have. The Niners made the trade for Trent Williams and McCaffrey. Once you've hitched your wagon to that, you may as well go in. You only have a certain shelf life when you've got that talent on your roster. Other teams, like the Rangers, would sign A-Rod for 10 years and then say, well, he's not bringing us a title. No, you have to continue to add. Once you're invested, you're pot committed. The Giants have yet to be pot committed. Once they're pot committed, this stuff is going to snowball because you have to compete for the $50 million you've already committed to the roster in one player. I'm not confident that he's coming here because I'm never confident any free agent is coming here. I also am not confident that landing Shohei Ohtani automatically makes you a contender, as we've seen with the Angels. He's also, to your point, Tom, not going to pitch, I don't believe, this year. I don't even know that we know exactly what the surgery was that he had. Everything has been hush-hush about this.
Yep.
So I have no idea what his health situation is. If he's a DH and he can hit, he's worth $40 million off the top anyway, right, if he comes here. The Giants need far more help and far more depth in the rotation and on the pitching staff than anything else. There's other arms coming, but to say and believe that you're going to bring up a slew of guys like Wisenhunt and Kyle Harrison and all these guys and they'll be great this year, I think that's fool's gold. Madison Bumgarner needed the end of 2009 and all of 10. Matt Cain got here in 2005. He came up. Lincecum came up in 07 and then won Cy Youngs before they win a World Series. Pitching has to develop. So if you're going to develop some pitching and you know you need some, you're better served probably spending the money elsewhere. Now, the question is, and you said this, Tom, are they going in on Yamamoto while they go in on Ohtani? Yamamoto, per Jim Bowden, they're saying he's the most sought-after free agent pitcher overseas in the history of baseball. They're saying the market is starting at $200 to $220 million is where it starts for this guy. Are the Giants going to spend $750 million this offseason? Doubtful. Or commit to that. Are they going to spend $400 and commit it to? Are you better served committing $400 to $500 to 3 to 4 players than you are to just Shohei and trying to get one more? That's where I would come down on it. This guy who they've posted. You remember we were all following Korean baseball during the pandemic. My club, of course, the Kiwoom Heroes. You don't want to roll into Kiwoom and mess with my heroes, dude. They've just posted a guy that the Giants are tied to, Jung-Ho Lee, who has been one of the best players in the KBO for the last handful of years. 5-time Gold Glover. He's a center fielder. Pardon me. He won the MVP in 2022. He's a career .340 hitter, won Rookie of the Year, an .898 career OPS, and he is said to be one of the top candidates for the Giants. The Giants have been in on him and scouting him for some time. He's 5-tool. He's young. He fits the center field position. It would be an absolute A-plus, like top of the top type of the free agent market ad if the Giants were to get this guy. And if you get him now, it could be a little bit cheaper. They've posted him officially in Korea, I think, in the last couple of days. So there's a handful of other guys out there. We've heard Matt Chapman. We've heard Blake Snell. I want Shohei Ohtani here as much as everybody does. It would be the coolest spectacle ever because even if you lose, at least there's Shohei Ohtani, right? Like that was kind of the Barry Bonds thing. At least we're chasing records. If the Giants want to win and they want things to snowball, I think you've got a good core of young players, and I think you got to invest in like 4 to 5 other spots if you want to be competitive in the division in the next year or so. Juan Soto's still out there. I don't know what the Padres do, but they're asking for a big time like free or a big time minor league package. The Giants have work to do in this division, especially with the Diamondbacks having just won the pennant. I'm not confident Ohtani's coming because of the scars. And I am confident they're able to land some other guys. I just need better than Mitch Haniger with respect to the player Mitch Haniger's been in his career.
I would just like to see him get Yamamoto if he's everything that everybody says he is. And you watch him on YouTube and stuff. And again, I can make anybody look good on YouTube. They're called highlights for a reason. You can put together a 5-minute highlight reel of anybody and go, yeah, that dude's awesome. How often does he do that? Nah, not ever. He did. Those were his 5 best plays of the last 10 years.
I don't want him at that price. I really don't. I don't want him at that price. I don't want a guy who's never pitched in Major League Baseball at $200 million.
God, 25?
I don't care. Who's the best?
What if he is that good? At 25, you're going to get the best of him throughout the entirety of the contract. I mean, that's awfully tempting.
If he's that good, he's also, and this is the thing with Japanese pitchers, he's 25 and he's got these incredible numbers. He came up when he was like 20 or 19, right? He's got a lot of innings on his arm already. It's not like I mean, again, you play college baseball here or whatever. It's why a lot of times major league teams like drafting high school pitchers, because then you can kind of mold the talent into what you want. You can figure out how to best use him and nurse it. Like I remember Kyle Harrison was throwing like 3 innings a game all season long. And they were like, oh, we're going to stretch him out. He went into the 4th. I was like, that's not stretching anybody out. So, I mean, I hear you. I think that would be it's one of the biggest dice rolls. And it could start so good for Japanese pitchers. Dice K. Who's the best Japanese pitcher to come over? It's got to be Nomo.
Yeah, he was pretty damn good.
Nomo probably had the best career, right? Because Dice K started good and then floundered. What's his name was pretty good for the Yankees.
Who's the guy for the Yankees?
Masahiro Tanaka.
Yeah, Tanaka was pretty. He was pretty damn
career,
good.
But he was supposed to be
Dice
a big
K,
time.
not so much.
Yeah.
Hiroki
Arabu.
He was not very good.
There's a lot of them. There was Kiichi Yabu. Shout out the Forever Giant who started the triple play. Pitched for the A's too. Kiichi Yabu. There was Kaz Ishii, Kaz Matsui.
Yeah.
That was a second baseman. There's also, I mean, there's been tons and tons of Japanese pitchers who have come over. None have lived up to a $220 million contract, is my point. And for a guy who does not have the track record, I'd rather go get Blake Snell. I'd rather try for Blake Snell and Matt Chapman and this Lee guy, and then see what else you have when it comes to pitching. Maybe you go shopping later. I don't think the best commitment here is 200 plus for Yamamoto. Now, if they all make the offer, I'll be down there opening day. You know what I mean? I'll probably be there either way.
I bet you will.
I'll be down there either way. So, Giants fans.
I'm looking real quick because I want to see what Tanaka's stats. He didn't pitch that long. 21, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 7 years.
He was in the majors.
He came over at 25 too.
He was 18.
He came over
when he came
over at 25 and pitched until he was 31. Lifetime ERA of 3.74.
Solid.
Very, very solid. Innings pitched. 136, 154, 199, 178, 156, 182, and then 48. And let me give you the ERA plus. That's big. Anything over 100 is good.
Big.
100 is league average, so they tell me. ERA plus was 138, 116, 140, 95. Why am I doing it like that? 95. Like, I don't know. I'm doing the ERA, and I'm going this way. 138, 116, 140, 95, 112, 100, and 120. WHIP over those 7 years was 1.130. Strikeouts per 9 inning, 8.5. So
fact of the matter is, Tom, he'd thrown about 1,000 innings before he even came over. More than that, he had thrown like 1,200 innings. He threw
Tanaka had.
Yeah, he had thrown. So he came. He got to the majors at like 18 or 19 years old. He threw 7 seasons before he came over. So that's the fear about a guy like that is the system is much different there. They'll bring guys up quicker, and a lot of times when your team is good, they'll run him because he went back to Japan, Tanaka, and then he posted a couple like sub 3.5 ERA seasons. So he got a couple more good years, pitch until he was 34, and then he was done at 34 years old. So we'll keep tabs on all this stuff going down. This could be the week that something happens with Shohei Ohtani. 808 KMBR if you want to hit us here on the text line or on the YouTube chat. We will jump in there. Also, you can watch us on the KMBR app, KMBR.com, and twitch.tv/thesportsleader. By the way, somebody checked in Corey on the YouTube chat and said that Casey Schmidt thing was edited. It was not real. Then somebody said, Limp Bizkit's still relevant. They are here on Tolbert and Copes. Keep listening. For that cue to call, you can win 2 tickets to go see Limp Bizkit.
You
can do it. We're just doing it for the nookie, Tom. So you can take that cookie.
No, I'm not doing it for the nookie or anything else.
Tom's doing it all for the nookie,
I'm not
baby.
doing it for the cookie. I'm not doing it for the nookie.
Yeah.
For the snookie. I'm not doing it for anything. Any ookie, I'm not doing it for.
Sure, pal. When we come on, back. How about this?
I'm not playing hooky.
We don't have to do that. How about, can we play NBA grab bag?
Yes, let's play NBA
Derek
grab
owes
bag.
us a good NBA grab bag after the crap he pulled and then took off for Thanksgiving. It's better be a good grab bag, Derek.
Derek.
We'll get into the grab bag. Actually, Tom, I found out this weekend or last week, not everybody enjoys the grab bag as much as you might think, and it'll show up in the NBA grab bag. That's next on the Sports Leader.
No.